Hello folks, welcome to lesson number 21. In this tutorial, I'm just going to introduce you to the filter menu. In this process, we will just go through all the menus which are present in the filter tabs, and we will see how this actually affects if we apply these filters to your photo, right? So before any further, let's get straight into the video, guys. Hello everyone, welcome to our 21 chapter. In this we will learn how to learn everything, the filter menu, whole process of filter menu we will just go through in this video. Alright, so first of all we'll just go to the filter. First of all we'll make a duplicate of this layer, right? So let's go to the filter, and here is the filter gallery. In this you will find a lot of automatic or inbuilt effects which are already present, so you can just use them. Let's start it with if you apply this colored pencil effect, so it will automatically apply a color pencil effect to your photo. If you select the cutout, it will make your photo to look kind of like a poster kind of theme, which would be a very perfect if you want to create a kind of poster for your movies or something like that with kind of vector effect. Then you can use this technique. It will look like amazing, guys. In one click you can just turn it. This is looking like a dry brush. Here it's a film grain. Here is a fresco, neon glow, paint dubs, paddle knife. So as you can see, if I have applied this, it looks like a very posterized painting kind of thing, right? It looks really very cool, guys. It looks like a watercolor you have painted. Actually, this looks like a plastic wrap. This looks like a poster adjust, which is making your photo kind of very cool look, guys. This is a rough pastels. It just blurs the image and make it look kind of cool. Smudge stick, snoop. This is totally full of grain. This is an underpainting kind of look it is giving to your photo. Watercolor. If you want to add a watercolor effect to your photo, you can just apply this. So these are the artistic brush. There are brush strokes. So guys, you can just go through all the menus and you can just see whatever is more suitable for your photo. You can just use them in your photo. This looks like a glass effect. So there are a lot of filters, inbuilt filters actually given, so you can use them and just turn it to a kind of an amazing. So this one looks like a very embossed base relief, like perfect grayscale kind of look to your photo, which looks very amazing, guys. So you can use this in your editing game and just turn it to a kind of an amazing poster kind of thing, right? So these are literally looking so cool, the textures and everything, guys. Really, they are so amazing. So you just go through this all the window and you can just scale up and scale down and whatever. You can just move to any kind of use or change the particular adjustment from here and just hit OK, right? Now this was the filter gallery, right? So here is the next thing, that is we'll go to the 3D. 3D is not actually necessary. Here is the blur. Suppose if you want to make a blur, suppose let's select the box blur. If you want to make a box blur, this is mostly used in our photo editing, guys. This is used during the process. If you want to make a background more blurry, you can just add a bokeh blur to your photo, so it will just make a blur. The more you do, the more blur it will happen. Here are the different types of blur. This you can use in your photo editing. Whatever kind of blur you want, you can just use them. So this is also totally up to you. There are different types of blur. You can just go through it and you will learn how to use them in your game and just turn it around, right? The next is the blur gallery. This actually this is a kind of let's start with a tilt shift. What does this will do is it will just, this area remains the unblurred. The rest of the thing will make your photo totally blurry. From here you can just increase the size of the blurriness. As you can see, I am increasing the blurriness, the rest of the area is not blurred. From here you can just adjust the gradiented effect of this blurry effect. This is generally used during the process if you want to create a background which is not blurred on the on the down portion, and the rest of the thing you want to blur, you can just use this technique, right? That is a tilt shift option. From here you can just increase the lightness of the bokeh, right? And now let's see the iris filter. What does iris filter do is, first of all, let's just cancel it. Go to the filter, select the blur gallery and select the iris filter, iris blur. So what does this will do is, actually, guys, it will just focus up in the particular face of the model. Suppose if you want to focus on the face, rest of the thing you want to just make a blur, you can just adjust these points over here, add some more blurriness. So as you can see, it only focuses on the area where this round is actually present. So you can just these are generally used during the if you want to create a photo in that you have to enhance or focus on particular face, you can use this technique, that is of iris blur, right? You can just increase or decrease the size of the blurriness from here and just hit OK. That's it. So it will be happen, right? Here the next thing is here the next blurriness, or we will go through, that is, let's just make a Control J, go to the filter, and here we will go through the blur gallery. These are the spin blur, and there are different types of blur. You need to know how to use them. Generally the tilt shift is used during the process of editing. This distort and all things are actually, guys, not needed. This actually make your photo to distort and all kind of thing. As you can see, this will make a drastic change, like a fishy eye and all stuff like that. This will make, suppose let's make a wave and just make a number of generators and hit OK. As you can see, it will create a wave kind of structure to the photo. In short, this is a different type of filters which you can use in your editing game and just make an unwanted or kind of very different or unique structures to your photo. These are the Pixelate. So these all are the things which we actually not needed, guys. Here is the thing, one more that we need is the lens flare, right? If you want to create a lens flare over here, let's select here, and here are the 50 mm, 35 mm, 105 mm. Let's increase the size of this lightness, so it will really create an amazing effect of this. As you can see, this will create an amazing sunlight effect to the photo. So this one is literally so very helpful to your photo editing game. So you can use this lens flare effect. Also you can use the lighting effect also, guys. If you want to create a lighting effect to your photo, you can totally create. Suppose if I want to add a light over here, right? So what I will do is, you can increase the size of this color and just hit OK. It will create, first of all, let's just create new layer, select the black color and let's add a light. So just go to the lighting effect and colorize. So from here you can just adjust everything over here, increase the size and all, everything you can just use in your editing game, and you can just use them and just hit OK. So this will be used generally, but I don't recommend it to use in your editing game, but this generally don't used in our process. So we will just go through the tools which are actually necessary. Otherwise there are a lot of things are available over here, but we don't have to do this whole process, right? We just have to use them which are actually necessary. Now guys, if you want to sharpen the image, what you will do is just click on the sharpen and just hit OK. So it will just one time sharpen it. But if you want to sharpen more, so what you will do is just go to the unsharpen marks. From here, the more you increase, the more radius you increase, it will create a kind of more sharpness effect. As you can see, here's the preview, here's the before and here's the after. The more you create radius, the more you sharpen your photo, the more your photo will look. So as you can see, it can also create a HDR effect also to your photo, right? So this is how this sharpen tool actually does works. And there is a stylus. If you want to create a oil paint kind of thing, you can totally do it with the oil paint effect. This is generally used during the process if you want to create the hairs of the model. Let's try some of the example. Let's select the hairs of a model. Let's try with this suppose let me try with one of the hairs of this model. Let's try with this, right? So let's open up in Photoshop. So here is the image. Now let's duplicate it. Now go to the filter, select the stylize and select the oil paint. So as you can see, if I'm increasing the oil paint effect, right, it actually makes your photo more cleanliness and kind of, you know, structured way. Let's see the effect. How does this actually looks? Increase the shine and just hit OK. So we'll see the magic, guys. This is generally used in the hair section. So as you can see, your photo is looking kind of an oil painting effect. So this is how that oil painting, you know, oil paint plugin or the oil paint effect does works in this Photoshop filter. And here is the next, the filter video and the other pass, high pass. This all are actually is not needed, right? So this is the plugin which I have installed, that is Skin Finder, that you can find out from the internet. So these are the basic things or the, you know, important filters which you need to understand or which would be helpful to our editing process. So that I have covered you. So bye guys, today that's it for today, and we will see you in the next week, and we will see the next how to, you know, next lesson we will learn a more creative and advanced level, and see you in the next video, guys. Till then, bye guys, be creative and be awesome.